ever happens in this dump. Carly was sick of living somewhere so small where everyone knew everyone else's business. Where everyone would know by tomorrow that Dean Malden had rejected her. "Be quick and shut the gate properly." She turned and pushed open the back door, stepping into the vast kitchen that never smelled of cakes or bread. It never smelled of anything, except freshly roasted coffee. Carly clattered her phone onto the marble island and yanked open the fridge door. The shelves, which were once stocked with Stilton and steak, and that had groaned under the weight of fresh fruit and vegetables, were woefully bare. There was nothing except a shriveled cucumber and some out-of-date hummus. It was all right for her mum and stepdad out for the evening at yet another corporate function. They spent more time on the business than with their children nowadays, although Mum had assured her it wouldn't be for much longer. She'd soon be at home more, but in the meantime it was left to Carly to sort out tea again. She had loved her half-sisters fiercely since the day they were born, though sometimes she wished Mum still paid the retired lady down the road to babysit. But since Carly had turned 13, Mum felt that she was responsible enough. She sighed as she crossed to the shelf above the Aga and lifted the lid from the teapot. Inside was a £10 note. Chips for tea. She wondered whether the money would stretch to 3 sausages, or if they should split a battered cod. Minutes later, the twins tumbled into the kitchen. "Yuck!" Leah dropped the tennis ball coated with slobber into the wicker basket where Bruno kept his toys. "Wash your hands." Carly checked her phone again. Nothing. What had she done wrong? She had thought Dean liked her. Marie perched on a stool at the breakfast bar, swinging her legs, the toes of her shoes thudding against the kickboard. How was Carly supposed to hear her text alert over that? Marie had her chin in her hands, her mouth downturned. She hated being in trouble. Carly could see the way her lip trembled with upset, but she couldn't help yelling again. "Shut up!" Marie slid off the stool. I left my fleece in the garden." Carly jerked her head towards the door in a go-and-get-it gesture before she clicked on the radio. The sound of steps flooded the room. Marie paused, and momentarily their sisterly bond tugged at them all. 5, 6, 7, 8 was one of their favourite songs. Usually they'd fall into line and dance in synchronicity. "Let's do this!" Marie flicked her red hair over her shoulders and placed her hands on her hips. "It's childish," Carly snapped, although inside her shoes her toes were tapping. "It doesn't work unless we all do it." Marie's voice cracked. "We have to be together." Carly pulled the scrunchie she'd been wearing, like a bracelet, from her wrist and smoothed her long fair hair back into a ponytail. The twins got into position, waited. Carly reached for her phone and tried to ignore the pang of meanness that flitted through her as the smile slipped from Leah's face. Marie's small shoulders rounded as she headed back outside. Minutes later, she raced back in, socked feet skidding across the tiles, tears streaming down her freckled cheeks. "Bruno's got out! The door was open!" "For God's sake!" Carly could feel the anger in her chest form a cold, hard ball. It was one of the last times she ever allowed herself to truly feel. "Who shut the gate?" Marie bit her lower lip. "I did," said Leah, slipping her shoes back on. "You're supposed to bang it until it latches, you idiot. You know it's broken. 3 times. You bang it 3 times. The girls pelted into the garden, calling the dog's name. Marie hesitated at the gate. "Perhaps we should wait." Under her freckles, her skin was pale. She'd been off school yesterday with a stomachache, and although she'd gone back today, she didn't look well. Carly knew she should ask if she was feeling okay, but instead she shoved her roughly into the street. "It's your fault, Marie. You searched that way." She pointed down the avenue lined with beech trees. Marie grabbed Leah's hand. "No," Carly snapped. "Leah can come with me." The twins could be silly when they were together.